Can you hear me now?
Nope.
No sound. Still, really? Are you sure?
Oh, I hear it.
Are you sure? You're sure? You're sure? I think there is. I think there's sound.
Yeah, there's sound.
There's sound! What about you girls over there? You guys have sound?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Can you hear them?
Tim said yes.
All right. Say, I can hear girls. Say, yes, girls, if you can hear the girls in the chat.
Hello.
I knew this was going to start smoother than last time.
Hello.
You know, Claire is here. Okay, good. I'm just going to... I see 2 yeses, so we're going to go with... 3 yeses. That must be for the girls. Thank you, Claire. Claire has just brought me... What is this, Claire?
Where are we back?
It is a improvised espresso martini with chocolate whipped cream on top. So watch your mustache for residue.
Woo! Espresso martini with chocolate. Okay. All right. So now that you can hear me, which is great, I'll start again. This is our second live stream, and I think in the end it's going to be better technically. We have a microphone set up. So the girls, everybody say hey.
Hey.
The squad, as you will.
Mallory's not here, so we got this.
Yeah, Mallory's not here, but you can see her over there on the right. So we'll be talking to her as well. So for those of you who don't know, what this is the Necco Chamber. This is the production of Necco Records, which is Necco's for Breakfast label, all of which I started. I'm Daniel Grigson. Out here in the squad, we've got, starting on the left, Darcy, who's somehow off screen a little bit now. I don't know if she leaned back or...
Remember the thing
And
makes
then-
it smaller and the little...
Yeah, no, and then
No, she's still off the
Cecily,
screen.
and then Claire, and then Mallory's in the back with the blue hair, and then Erin, and next to me is Finley. He's our basketball expert, so we'll talk to him a little bit. Necco's for Breakfast is a band. We also do all kinds of other music, like the Maasai Music Project, and we are moving into some new areas too. We're starting to make some more music, more videos. We have a online street team now where people can join up, which I'll show you a little bit later. So that's great. And on this show, the Necco Chamber, Claire, do you want to mention to them, you know, we really went back and forth coming up with this name. We tried all kinds of them, but we liked Necco Chamber because it's like echo chamber, right? That's the joke or the pun, if you will. But do you want to like tell them like sort of why, yeah.
So
Go ahead.
it's the only concern that we had with this was that sometimes echo chamber has a bad connotation to it. Can lean a little bit political, can lean a little bit conspiracy theorist, can lean a little bit only putting yourself with people who think like you and tell you that you're right. However, when it comes to music and your taste in things, that's perfectly fine to do. So we thought it made sense because we want people to come together where we can talk about anything, but at least have one point in common to start with. So there's something that can always be talked about freely and kindly.
Right. So Necco Chamber, as she mentioned, sometimes is looked at bad, like it's people getting on Twitter or whatever, or X, and like reinforcing each other's negative opinions, or reinforcing their opinions to the point that they think they're always right, all these things. That's not what we're talking about here. Echo Chamber also has been used for centuries to record music, to play music, to listen to music. That's where they got the original reverb from. And like Claire said, it's a place where we can talk about the same subjects. So we decided to go with Echo Chamber. We're just letting you know it's not a political thing. It's a fun thing. It's a group. It's a family, Necco family, getting together, talking about music, talking about other things, life, a little basketball, right, Finny? So yeah, we also have a new segment that we've been working on. It's new because it's only the second time we've done it. And I have a special button I can press. I can't hear them whispering. They're saying something, but
Erin just leaned over to me and said, "Is it just me, or is there like a literal echo in here?"
is there a Necco in here? So I have a button now, and what that does is,
If it's an eject button,
look at
I
this.
quit.
I'm dying to know. I haven't done the theme song yet, but I'm dying to know.
I see it now.
Thank you for making it see-through.
Yes. So you guys take it away and explain what we're doing. And yeah, let's do it.
We got a bunch of questions that we have come up with. And then we asked for some submissions of questions, which we got a couple, which is great. And then of the submitted ones, we're going to pick people to get maybe a prize in the mail. Could be anything. Could be an egg from the chickens. Could be dirty dishes. Could be some cool Necco merch. We'll see. But we have these awesome dice that Mallory...
Did you say egg from the chickens?
Yeah.
Yeah, through the mail.
I think yes. We will mail you an egg.
Yeah.
But we're going to not wash it so it lasts longer.
Right. Darcy, you tell them about eggs.
Eggs, when they're laid, have a protective layer on them.
It's poop, guys. The protective layer is poop.
Yeah,
And good
it's
bacteria?
Sack of good bacteria.
Good for chickens.
It's good, and it keeps them from fresh and bad bacteria off of them for a while. So when you wash them, you wash off that layer, and it doesn't happen anymore, and so it doesn't last as long as it would if you just left it on.
Although I do think we just learned our new favorite insult to call somebody.
An unwashed chicken?
Close. Sack of bacteria.
Nice.
But we have these dice here that Mallory stand-in and sit-in's holding. And we're going to roll them, and we've assigned the questions numbers. And then
Actually,
we'll pick,
sort of. Wink, wink.
we'll pick which question goes with which number that Erin rolls promptly. And whatever she decides to count, because she's really bad at counting. Oh,
So we
cool.
did get questions this time. We got, I think, 3 or 4 questions
Yep.
submitted. Thank you for
We
that.
got 3 lovely questions.
You
Three
can
out of
submit them on Facebook on a post, or you can email them for next week to
Smartmouth Squad, NeccoRecords.com.
Smartmouth Squad at NeccoRecords.com, because that's the squad out there.
Sorry, here's.
You say you had a stroke?
All right, so
Okay, are we playing a music
you should
video
move
first?
the White Claw before she rolls, or it might end up.
Why am I rolling on the table?
Because
gotta
we don't have a
see it.
dice cam yet.
We haven't got a dice cam yet.
Almost lost
We just got a second mic. Dice cam comes later.
Yeah.
3.
3 plus. Move it.
2.
Number 5.
So number 5 is the band or musician ick. Like, what is something you don't love that happens in music? And I have one that my dad will agree with, and that is fade outs. Fade outs when it's a cheap like way to do it. There's multiple songs where I could just tell you how it should end, and it should not have been a fade out. I'm looking at you, the 70s.
Yeah, well, you got to understand in the 70s, though.
They didn't know how to end things.
Yeah.
Wars, drugs, anything.
No, they didn't have digital editing software and stuff, so it was a
Right,
little
but they
bit-
just shut it off. That ends it with a pop.
Like, unplug it, something.
So
Right.
fade outs.
Yeah.
Cecily, I agree with that tremendously.
Yeah.
It's always here's what freaks me out.
There's
It's
a very
like,
few bands that I like it.
when do you stop listening? Like, when is it over?
How do I know when to clap when I hear it live?
If you turn it up even more, could you still hear it? Are they still playing somewhere?
Are they
Yeah.
still playing right now from the 70s?
Yeah,
I
I
think-
like a big ending, some sort of come up with something creative so you
Yeah.
can end it with a point, right?
I think that's a very useful tool, the ending of a song. And I think next week we can talk about exceptions to that rule.
Correct.
That's a
However,
there are a few
Because I
exceptions.
have a few.
It's got to have a reason to fade away.
there has to be a reason.
Besides, we don't know how to end the song.
Yes.
Also, I find that it makes it really awkward when you're driving with friends in the car.
Yeah, you're like,
And
when
you're
you
like,
stop singing.
when do we stop singing along? Because I'm really loud now, but the chorus has faded away, and they've said that phrase 37 times. Yeah.
So,
The Jets is a fade out,
Yes.
right?
Okay, let's do another question. What do you think?
That's about
I do have one ick to share, though.
Oh, I forgot about the additional icks.
My ick is there's a very fine line between I want the band to sound exactly like they do on the album when I see them live, and then when you turn a pop song into a slow jam, or you turn the chorus into a 6-minute jam. Like, I came to hear the songs that I love. I don't want... If you like that song, then write a new song, bro.
Yeah.
I think that has its, place.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the time, some specific stories I've heard have been inappropriately made into a 6-minute song. Especially when it was, something like a pop song. Where
Correct. Right.
It's not what we're here for.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I wanted to chime in on that one because I think some of those stories might have been those that I told you, a couple of them.
Yeah.
And one of them is my favorite band, second favorite band of all time, or third.
Is it
Does
Third
this
favorite.
involve a kazoo?
No. It's not Neil's band.
No!
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Neil's band. No. Wait, was there a kazoo at that show?
Yeah, he played.
It
I
played
remember this
Bullet
story.
with Butterfly Wings is the encore on a kazoo.
On a kazoo.
Yeah, so Smashing
remember
Pumpkins is kind of my third favorite band, or up in the top. And I love them. And I do have the dubious honor of being yelled at by Billy Corrigan from stage because we saw Smashing Pumpkins in this really small theater in Cleveland, which was great. It's such a beautiful theater, and they're my favorite band, and we got these good seats. And he gets up there, and I don't know why. I'm not going to speculate why he acted the way he did, but just one long jam after another that didn't resemble any actual song. Some screeching in the microphone, then some talking about things that we didn't understand.
I'm pretty sure that he played like 7 D-sides that
Yeah.
nobody even knew what songs they were.
Including the other band members.
Correct, yes.
So I was so upset, and I used to be even more excitable. And I yelled something like, you suck, or why don't you play something we heard, or something like that.
Does anybody in this room know the song?
And right when I did it, it was an unusual moment of silence, so it was clear as day. And Corrigan looks up, and he won't remember this, obviously. He probably doesn't remember the whole night, to be honest with you. But he screamed some naughty words at me, and then I felt
You sack of bacteria!
Then I felt terrible because it was stinking Billy Corrigan and the Smashing Pumpkins. And then Claire just reminded me, at that show, he played an encore. He played Bullet with Butterfly Wings on
a kazoo.
a kazoo. Did not end well.
Next week, we will also have to show you the actual bullet with butterfly wings that I have made.
Oh, that's true.
It does
With
not
a
have a
live bullet.
kazoo.
Doesn't have a kazoo.
Does
We
not
were
have
going to
a
mount
kazoo.
somebody, then we realized it had a live bullet.
Yeah, I did not know that when I moved to the south, that maybe they might be live.
Yeah, we learned that.
This
you
is
gotta
something I learned.
Make them not live. Unalive the bullets.
We found them in the house.
So listen,
Unalive
the other,
bullets.
the other band, the other band that did that. I'm not going to get into a long story, but it was Foo Fighters, another fantastic band.
But I could totally see them doing that. That
But
makes sense.
he decided to play like blues jams, and then he played
Monkey Wrench.
And Monkey Wrench, he's like, and he screams, and he's like, wow, right? And I'm like, this is my favorite thing in the whole world, the screaming in that part. And then he just decided to say it all lame and mellow. Do I not remember anything of
he
that?
started it that way, and then you got so irritable that you were like, but then he stepped back and he's like, wait, that's not how that goes. I'm gonna let you guys sing it, and started the whole chunk over, and then the whole crowd just yelled it, which was even worse.
Why is that even worse? I mean, seriously. That is terrible.
I didn't pay to hear me sing.
But, disclaimer, Smashing Pumpkins and Foo Fighters, all-time greats. I am not mad at them to this day. I'm just saying that I agree. I like being creative and doing something different, but when you just mangle the stuff people came to hear, it can be sad.
My favorite story about that, however, is I was sitting like 4 rows from Billy Joel. Dude sits down at his piano.
Not Billy Joe.
No,
Billy
Billy
Joel.
Joel.
Okay.
Sits down at the piano at the Romo Fijo, and he says, hey guys, I just want you to know, I got a new song and I want you to hear it. And there was like an audible, like, heavy sigh from the crowd, because it was the 25th anniversary of the Romo Fijo. It was like, he was the first guy that played there. He was coming back specifically to do an anniversary show there for the opening of it. And then he said, ha! No one's here for new songs, and blew right into Uptown Girl, and it was fantastic.
Well done, Billy Joel. Well
Okay.
done, Billy Joel.
Moving
All
on.
right. How many questions are we doing today?
We have
We have,
3 more. We're going to do the 3 submitted ones.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we'll use that one as a demo, what we just did.
Yeah.
We'll come back and do those. We'll take a break. And I'm going to play a video. We're going to play... we are going to play a video that's been on YouTube. It's not new or hidden or anything, but it's called Failure Is My Dream. It is the first track off our last album, More Like Me. I want you to watch this video. I used... what do they call that? What do they call free clips? I'm drawing a blank here.
Stock footage.
Stock footage, thank you. I used stock footage, and I've tried to find pictures of people like doing mundane jobs and being told to do things that they didn't really want to, and because the Failure Is My Dream is about the battle between two people wanting two different things out of the same thing, out of music, and not knowing exactly why. Like one person wanted to like succeed super, like, I don't know, be a rock star or something, and the other one was afraid to have their name like attached to anything. And this is a battle between those two people. And I know you guys have no idea who that is that was battling. It wouldn't possibly be the two people in the band. But we wrote it together, and the reason we wrote it is because it really is a way of us airing in public what we struggle with, sort of our own mental blocks and things, and how we came together. And we came together to make this album more like me. So that's what Failure Is My Dream is about. It's tongue-in-cheek, like, can we just fail, please, so that we don't have to succeed? And I think a lot of people do that. We'll talk about that after. So let's watch it. I actually found a clip that talks about failure in writing, which I found hilarious. So this is Failure Is My Dream.
Stephanie.
I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna.
It's
beat
not
this.
a disease.
It is. Do they prescribe anything for inability to turn microphones on?
Yep, I got it.
Yes.
Yeah, I
you're
know.
good.
I know why. It was off.
Practice.
Adderall.
Thank you, Tim, for your help. I
Increase
do.
your concerta.
I do, Tim. Tell me, because I'll forget, and then I'll just keep talking.
We're here
What
for
I was going to say was, you accidentally saw a clip of something I was going to show you some of a little bit later. So we'll get back to that. Did you hear anything when that clip was on?
Yeah, when the clip was on, I heard.
It's just you.
Oh no, I didn't hear the clip. I didn't have it up, but I heard the.
Okay. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we fall off it. So let us go into. We have actually a special guest commentator here next to me. This is Finn Windhorst.
Finley Grigson.
Grigson. Finn here. Oh, thank you, Mindy. I'm glad you heard it. You weren't meant to, but now I know it works, so that's good. Finley is a basketball expert,
Erin, just leave it.
and
alone.
I am a basketball fan myself. Big fan of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Big fan of the Cleveland Cavaliers. But Finn is an expert on all things basketball. So I would like to ask him, Finn, who do you think has the best handles in the NBA?
Kyrie Irving.
Do you want to think about that, or
It's Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving? What does handles mean, Finn?
It means basically dribbling.
Yeah. Kyrie does have some good handles. If you could pick one player to start an NBA team with, who would it be?
LeBron James.
My son right there. He knows basketball and music. And who do you think the MVP should be this year?
Nikola Jokic.
Jokic?
Yeah, Nikola.
Probably. Although they got punked, didn't they?
It's
That
a
was
Joker.
only by Edwards.
That's Edwards is good. All right.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
What?
He is the MVP of the season.
Spoiler alert, I've been busy making videos. As soon as the Cavs lost, I stopped. I could have come back, but yeah. So, while I get this next video ready to show you guys, let's go back for our user, or what are they, not user, what do they call people? Watchers?
Fan submissions.
Fan submissions for questions. We got fan submissions. So we'll switch over to you guys, and why don't you take us to the fan submissions, and we'll answer these questions.
Okay. So, do we want to do 8 or 10 first?
I'm gonna do 10. Let's do 10, and then we can start with Erin.
Okay. 10 is submitted to us by John Bryant, fan of Necco's for Breakfast. Why is music so important to you? Erin.
Because I like to zone out of the world, and that's what I listen to in the shower when I'm taking a shower, because there's no TV.
I mean,
No TV?
yeah.
If only there was a band that had a song about the shower and music.
Is there a band
I wonder
with a
if-
song about the
Does
shower
anybody
and
know
music?
a band that has a song about
About
the shower and
music.
music?
I've never heard of it before. I did.
Great.
However,
Maybe we'll have Disney write the song instead.
oh,
We gonna talk about that?
we're not allowed to talk. I mean, we can talk about Disney. We just can't tell people why.
Okay. Okay.
But
Inside joke, you had to be there.
Inside
but-
joke, you gotta be there.
but also Google is the thing.
Do your own research.
But in a good way.
And okay.
In a good way.
Why is music so important to you? Quick and fast.
Because my favorite place in the world to be is at a live concert.
That's fair.
That was an NBA game.
There's a lot of reasons why music is so important to me, and because Feelings. Music. I'm looking at the microphone for no reason. Feelings. I like music because of the feelings and the vibes and the energy and being there, man. Yeah.
The positive vibes.
Just being there.
Darcy.
I like music because it's connectivity. It's, sharing memories and emotions and feelings with people that you can otherwise get across.
Feelings.
Feelings.
I like feelings.
Showers.
Nothing more than
Feelings. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, wait. Oh.
Go get surgery on that other hand.
Sorry, I can't. Feelings.
Okay. We're going to do number 10 real quick.
We just did that.
Oh, no. Number 8 real quick. Sorry.
So thank you. That was John Bryant's, right?
Yeah, that was our first
John.
fan submission.
John, that was our first fan submission of all time. I really appreciate you doing that. And as we keep going, we're going to have lots of chances. So have more people submit some questions. And we have actually 2 more from today. So
Yeah.
let's go.
Okay,
Yes.
so again, please, I'm looking at the microphone again. Please submit your fan submissions so you can too hear your name on this amazing live stream.
Also, it doesn't have to be about music.
It doesn't have to be music. It
anything.
can be any question you want to ask the Smartmouth Squad plus or minus Mr. Daniel Grigson
And Gilly, the dog.
and Gilly the dog
And
sometimes.
and Mallory sometimes.
Intermittently.
Okay,
Fan.
so we have another fan submission from Mr. Tim Ellis.
Woo!
Necco fan. The best concert experience, and we let Darcy.
Great. I think one of my favorite concert experiences I've had was actually at the Hella Mega Tour with Green
Language,
Day,
Darcy.
Fall Out Boy, and
A name of
Weezer.
something. That's it.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Just pay attention.
And it was actually in between sets, and I don't remember which one it was in between, but it was starting to get dark, and everyone was waiting for, I think it was Green Day to come out, last one.
Yeah.
And spontaneously, somebody started doing the wave in the crowd with their phone light, and by the time the set started, the entire stadium was doing the wave.
It was like light again almost from
Yeah,
all
it was,
the...
but you could see the entire one. It would go around. Everybody was doing it, and it was so cool. And so when it finally started, everyone was all amped up, and it was great.
Isn't it weird how, like, that's like when I was saying that, like, live music is my favorite thing, that it's it's like the camaraderie of standing around with people that are like, yes,
You're
this is
also here for
this
the
is
same
my
reason.
happy place, and this
Yeah.
is their happy place, and it's like somehow, like, people you would never ever see any time in your whole life are somehow also fans of the same band, and it's just like, there's an accountant, there's a grandmother, there's me. Why
And
are we
you
all
share
at this
those
band? But
experiences that otherwise nobody else can really understand it because they weren't there.
right,
And
There's
it's
nothing else
perfect
that really
strangers,
connects you.
Hundreds of strangers that
right,
it's really awesome.
yeah.
And this question specifically asking about what our favorite concert experience was. So I'm not going to go off on here and be like, this is my favorite concert. But my actual favorite concert experience was the first time I ever, well, and the only time I've ever been to a music festival, you know, like standing around all day. I did that. I did not sit down for 9 hours. That's a lot of time to be on your feet. And I had to see some of my very favorite bands, including Weezer, again. Because that was awesome. But yeah, just kind of everyone's there. Everyone's, you know, there for the music and fun. But we were there for the music. But I don't know. I like the feeling of like you get so excited. You hear each band. You're ready, and like you just, I don't know. You put in all this effort to be here, and you made it. You saw it, and it's something you never forget until you lose the wristband that you said you weren't gonna lose. But you have a picture of it.
But you
so.
still have the memories.
I still have the memories, but not the wristband.
Yeah. So I think it's a tough thing to answer for best concert experience, just based on sheer volume, and access that I've had over the years to different concerts and different performers and artists and stuff. From helping local radio stations host meet and greets with people, with artists that I would have been fangirling really hard, but I had to be super professional about. Super cool. But I think the best concert experience is general when you have that ability to introduce other people to live music and concert going, which one of the coolest concerts experiences, and also a great concert in general, was when me and your parents took you girls to see Fun back when you guys were like little.
We were little enough to
was
both be
5.
wearing tutus.
Yes, they were little enough to both be wearing matching outfits intentionally and of their own free will.
We wore tutus and sunglasses. It was iconic.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I'm telling you something. Fun. That guy, he's got one of the greatest voices in music, I think.
Yes.
It's not like, I don't know how to put it, but it's just up and up, low ranges, high ranges, just beautiful. And they're one of the most underrated bands of all time, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. I love them.
I'm just saying.
All right, Erin, what was your... I know you have, like, very few concerts you've ever been to. But
Something just turned on in the other room really loudly.
what was your best concert experience?
When we snuck in to, who did we sneak in? Tag Team.
And where were we? What did they play?
Yeah, we did do that.
Where did they play, Erin?
Wild Adventures.
Did you just say tag team?
Yeah.
Yes.
And who else was there?
Digital Underground.
And Dashboard Confession.
No!
No, that was
Digital Underground.
no. What's the other one?
There was another one.
It was CNC Music Factory,
Not
Digital
Digital
Underground, and Tag Team.
And we
And-
snuck in. It was raining all day at the amusement
We were
park.
at an amusement park in Georgia, and we were supposed to pay $5 to get in the concert, but we sweet talked our way in because we were soaking wet and had stayed there all day.
Didn't write anything.
And Tag Team was such a cool band that
They played that
Tag
twice.
team back again. Check it, direct it, let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise. DC's and now jump for joy.
they also played
I'm gonna stop.
Scoop. There it is from their Geico commercial.
There it is.
Chocolate, peanut butter, chocolate, or whatever they do. It was fantastic.
Norman Carlson's on. My goodness.
Thank you, Norman.
Thank you, Norman.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I was just singing tag team. That's weird.
That was weird. We were
All right. So we got one more question, right?
Yes.
Submitted, and this one came from right next door in
Kenya.
Kenya, Africa.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me? That was
And
wow.
This okay. This question, though, I think should specifically go to Mr. Daniel Grigson.
Okay, what is the question? Talk to me.
Erin,
Yeah,
what is
why
the
don't you-
question?
What's the question?
What is the fundamental message of your music?
And I think the fun should have been capitalized, though.
Fun.
I put the fun in fundamental.
I put the fun in funerals.
fundamental.
Okay, so I will answer that question, and it's interesting because I've recently been working with a company called Modern Musician, and they're helping us really kind of realize that we have different ways to share our music and our creativity with more people. And the first step to that really was finding your artist identity. And that's probably the hardest thing for anyone to do. Like, what am I doing? What's my point here? Like, why am I doing music? Everyone, you hope maybe you can make a living with music so that you can take care of your family. You hope, you enjoy playing music, but what is it? Because it's more than that. So I did a deep dive into all that, and here's what I came up with. The music, for one thing, is for myself to deal with my own challenges, shall we say, in the whole cranial region. What are you looking at me like that for?
You just said cranial region.
I did. Meaning emotional, mental, that kind of thing. It helps you deal with that kind of stuff. So I think what that transfers to is I really hope, what I want more than anything else, is write songs and music that other people can use to help their cranial regions. So when they're having hard times or maybe make them have maybe even better times if they're trying to share an emotion with somebody else and they have the music for it. So yeah, I think making people feel better, giving people something to identify with, that's what the music's about. So if you look at the songs, they're almost all seriously, deeply emotional, even if they don't sound like it. Back in the day, there's a song called Happy Song.
Happy sarcasm.
Well, no, that turned into Happy Sarcasm. That somebody asked me to write a song that's happy once in a while. So I wrote a really happy song, and then it turned into Happy Sarcasm, which is on Blue Hair Day. And And you know what? We'll play that.
Available on your local Spotify.
Yeah, available on your local Spotify. We'll
Anywhere
play that
you
next
get
week.
your
But the point is, I wrote. It's a song that sounds all happy, but if you listen to the words, it's not. It's about like emotional
I think
struggles.
it's from your deep Irish upbringing of Irish
Yeah.
music that's very peppy but very tragic
Yeah.
lyrically.
It's the Irishness.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about. A lot about relationships and things like that, between friends, family, love, all that stuff. Not too unusual. All right, so that was from Jacinta in Kenya, correct? So you want to roll a dice and see who gets the win?
Yeah,
Who
so
gets the win?
we're gonna renumber them in the order that we asked them. So that will be John is 1, Tim is 2, Cinta is 3.
Okay, and then
If
Yeah,
I
the
don't
six
get
set of
those,
dice.
I'll
and then the other way. Then 4, 5, and 6 is 1, 2, and 3 again.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Roll
the
them.
dice, Air. Oh, Gilly said 5.
That's 2.
So
That's Tim.
Tim. Tim, you win again.
you win a unwashed
want-
egg.
Do you want an unwashed egg or do you want a
Darcy sock.
yeah?
Or this USB connector. No, we'll get you a prize. I promise, Tim.
Yeah.
Tim, you
never
are
know
a
if you name
prize. Jonah, is Pure Imagination out yet? That's the thing. I was going to show you a clip.
Secrets.
So if you look over here at Erin, say hi, Erin.
Oh, hi.
You'll notice her hat. That's a clue about what I've been working on for a couple of months. No, just you having it on was just fine. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, yeah, you can. Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka. We are doing our own version of Pure Imagination because I personally love that song, and I've always loved it. And then I wanted to do a cover that could get our music out in front of people, and I realized I could do that. Actually, when I saw the Timothy Chalamet movie, I thought they did a good job, and I heard the song, and I thought, let's do this. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to play you a little bit of it. But here's the thing. I'm a little delayed releasing it. Here's why. I got a license to cover Pure Imagination, which means I could make my own version of Pure Imagination, and it'll be on Spotify and everything. And I got a license from the original writers, because it's all legal
Willy
and all that.
Wonka?
And so they could, not Willy Wonka. It's two guys who wrote it over the phone.
Willy
actually.
and Wonka.
Okay, Willy and Wonka. But then I've discovered recently a new little wrinkle in the music business I did not know about. If you change a song too much, you can no longer just use a regular license. You have to get a special license directly from the original writers or whoever owns it right now, because it changed it so much, it's not really a cover. And well, I went ahead and changed it a lot. I wrote my own verse. None of the chords are the same. But I tell you what, let's look at a little bit of it. But don't tell anybody.
Secret.
It's a secret.
If you're not here, you'll never know.
All right, I'm going to play it and redo it. Okay, so this is our little beginning of Pure Imagination. Come with me, and we'll be in a world of pure imagination. Reach out, touch what was once just in your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. What we'll see. Okay. So that was a little clip of it, and as I'm still learning technology, tell us in the comments, please, if you heard it, and if you liked what you heard. If you didn't, go ahead and tell me, but I'm not changing it because it's done.
It's gonna hurt his feelings.
Yeah, it will.
He's gonna go write a song.
No,
about
it won't. But I cut it off because I can't have this out there. This live stream's going to be up, so if I play the whole song.
Also,
Mindy
we like to
heard it.
tease you. We like likes a tea.
Mandy heard it.
You have to come back.
Hey,
We've all heard it.
while we do that, I would like you to look in the back here. Behind Erin, there's Mallory sitting over there. You might notice that shirt she has on.
Okay, nice shirt, Mal.
That's the NFB NFL parody shirt. They were very popular. Very popular back in the day, and we have some in a box that we can sell to you guys.
No, there's a box over there.
Yeah, we have bags and boxes.
Please specify if you want a box shirt or a bag shirt.
But if you go to, if you email me, Daniel at neccorecords.com, I can send you a link to register, and then you get offered this stuff, or I can give you a link to the T-shirt. We have a lot of other great stuff, including a download card. Oh, I'm not on that camera. Hold on. Yeah, we're done with you guys. A download card. And all kinds of cool stuff. It's all part of what we're building here. So we have a fan community on Facebook, which is the Necco Records Street Team. And we're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff, releasing new music, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully putting some concerts together. Next week, I'm going to play a song live on the live stream. So we're going to start bringing music into it more and having our conversations. So I'm really liking that. Dash, I used to use Pro Tools for a long time, and I'm not trying to be negative about Pro Tools, but
Dash still owes us a video.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Good.
He's got to find it because Sebi lost it.
Oh, Sebi again?
Sebi. Yeah. So were you at Snake Road the year that all
I've
the fifth
never been
graders
there.
went?
I was.
Sebi was there for that. Yeah.
Block that out of my memory.
Anyways, I used to use Pro Tools, but they started their subscription got really expensive. And you know what? I decided to try Logic Pro to go with my Mac, and I absolutely love it. So I'm using Logic Pro now. And when that song is legal, I cannot wait to release it. We'll have videos. I'm going to put some clips on TikTok as well. Please bring some more people to watch the show. It's going to get better and better. We're going to have fun. It's every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We're going to have some different segments.
Remember to submit questions.
Please submit some questions so that we can.
We're going to debut a new segment next week.
Yeah, what's the new one? Oh, the drinks?
No. Wait, room temperature.
Oh,
tea.
we're going to do room temperature takes next week.
We're doing both. Room temperature tea.
Hold on. I don't know what that means.
No.
Go ahead.
Room temperature tea, where it's just...
I share the gossip.
that means nothing to anybody.
Which is just, it's gossip, but it's not really, because it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah. For example, today's room temperature tea is I picked all the nail polish off my nails.
Aaron saw his neighbor sneaking out, but we don't even know who he is.
Yeah. Aaron saw her neighbor sneaking out. It's a girl?
Did you go see
The
it?
tea just got warmer.
Whoa.
What?
What?
Alora pushed Gilly in the pool.
Yeah.
That is some hot tea.
And then
And then
The cranberry died.
we're also going to do room temperature takes, lukewarm takes, whatever you want to call them. We don't want to do hot takes. We don't do anything too controversial.
Yeah, so not hot takes, but
No.
lukewarm takes.
Like, I think mango is a terrible flavor.
And I'm going to have some more stuff to show you from Pure Imagination. I'm going to play a live song next week, which is going to be exciting for me and hopefully for you. Hey, Darcy, why do you have that red shirt on? I'm so proud of her.
Fashion.
It's not fashion.
not
My
fashion.
daughter is...
You does wear it well.
You know full well that if she did not have to wear that
She's
shirt,
in
she would
training
not
to be an
wearing-
EMT and eventually a paramedic. So that's super good.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm excited.
Don cut his nails today, so can I have some tea? I don't know what that means, but
What?
it's
No,
exciting.
That is spot on, lukewarm tea.
Lukewarm.
Nailed it.
You got it, Don. You
Get
nailed it.
Nailed it.
Hey, Dash, we should talk some Logic Pro. But anyways, I want to see some of your stuff. You can also send me an email, Daniel at neccorecords.com. Dash. Get you out here.
No
No
dash.
dash.
No dash.
Oh, no, I meant your name, Dash. There's no
Dash
dash.
the person, no dash
It
in the
ends
email.
at .com. And yeah, I didn't do half the stuff I wanted to do today, but I'm going to cut the stream off pretty soon here. My computer says it has 0%, even though it's plugged in, so I don't want to get cut off.
Also, any place that you can see this has a place you can comment. We will take any and all fan submissions.
And juicy.
We'll
tea.
consider it. We will cool down your tea if it's too spicy, but we will take tea, takes, and questions.
And
Anything you want to say?
it's 10 o'clock next week. Get some more people to come, because the more people we get, we start having comments and stuff and lots of questions, and we get the technology totally figured out. I think it's going to be more and more fun, and I want to do some special releases on here and things like that. So yeah, I'm looking. Don says thank you, Claire. He
You're welcome,
appreciates
Don.
it. So
Also,
We went up to 6 viewers
Yes.
on YouTube.
yeah. Also, follow Necco Records on TikTok so we can get 1,000 followers so that I can start going live because Daniel gave me the password.
yes, I've been neglecting TikTok. I'm doing a ton besides
It's so
doing everything I'm doing here
Remodeling a bathroom.
in my family and remodeling a bathroom.
He hit himself in the shin with a sledgehammer. Warm tea today.
Yeah, I hit myself in the shin with a sledgehammer. That's true.
Cue the Peter Gabriel.
Sledgehammer. I wanna beat your sledgehammer. Okay, so what I was gonna say was, what do you look uncomfortable?
I was just thinking about your shin.
Yeah, it hurt a lot actually.
He wore. I think
But no,
Shins, they're a great band to see live.
no.
Another
So
great band.
come back next week. Please follow us on Facebook. Join our community.
You're gonna put all the links in the bios and chats.
Yeah,
and
they're
all
not
that
there
stuff.
yet, but I'm getting it. And
Basically, if you
yeah.
search Necco Records on Google, it will connect because it's Necco Records on all platforms.
Yeah, so it's
TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. Just so if you just put Necco Records in, generally one word, you'll find it. So, follow,
Hey Norman,
harass your family.
the one song I will never play.
Actually, there's a few
On the live
We'll
stream.
talk about that later.
Oh yeah, there's 2 songs. We're gonna start a list. I'm not gonna play these 3 songs: Freebird, Old Time Rock and Roll, or Wonderful Tonight. Those 3 songs. I'm not saying they're bad songs. I'm just saying I won't be playing them for you here on the show.
Norman, one time I went to a show and some guy was being silly in the crowd and shouted "Play Freebird," and so the guy on stage said, "Fine, I'm gonna do it," and then played the whole song.
Yeah, and then it wasn't so funny, was it?
He was like, "You're gonna sit through this whole song." It was fantastic.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for coming today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Norman.
Everybody else.
Thank you, Norman, and everybody else. Good day.